Most of America, around 54% of America currently, are in credit card debt.
What?
And it's not like they owe a couple $100, they pay their balance on time. Most of Americans, these 54% of people, actually have on average around $5,000 in credit card debt, which is quite bad because the average rate on a credit card is around 18%. That means people are paying 18% in interest on around $5,000. And the main problem with that is not that you're paying this interest payment, but the amount of money that you could have made just simply using the interest payments and investing it into the stock market instead of just using it to pay off debt. That money could be tens, if not hundreds, if not millions of dollars. And we're gonna get into that in just a second on exactly the math behind it and how I got to this $1 million figure. Knowing that information, of course people hate credit cards. Why wouldn't you, right? And honestly, I'd hate credit card companies too if I didn't know that information before, and especially if I didn't know the information that I'm about to share with you. But essentially, people are paying $180 a year per $1,000 that they are in debt to credit card companies. And this is going to not pay off your loan, but actually just to interest only. So if you think, oh, well, minimum payments will get me out of debt. No, they're created to actually keep you in debt and make you pay the interest on your loan only. And if you total up the average debt, that $5,000, people are paying around $900 a year to interest only. Now, before we add up these figures and compound them over the lifetime and what that would mean in the stock market, make sure to smash the like button if you're getting value so far from this video. Now, of course, you might be sitting there thinking, scratching your head, like $900 a year, that's not a lot of money. In fact, that's only around $75 per month. How's that gonna get me anywhere to millions of dollars? Well, let's put this to the stress test and put it into our handy dandy compound calculator, which if you haven't used before, I highly advise you to use it because it's a lot of fun. And after this video, I want you to go and check that out so that way you can see for yourself exactly how much money you could put away and compound into a retirement or maybe your kid's future. But let's look at exactly what $900 a year truly means. So if you carried that debt with you for 35 years and only made payments to keep you in the average spot in America, you would have lost over $2 million over the 35 years that you were in debt, a mere $5,000, making $900 payments each month in interest only. But let's say you were able to pay off that $5,000 that average Americans are in, and instead of spending that $900 into interest only payments, and you put that away into the stock market, and because now you're not paying interest only to get caught up, you actually end up spending another $900, right, that you would have spent to interest only, and you put away an additional $900 alongside that other $900, so a total of $1,800 a year into something like an index fund, let's say the S&P 500, maybe ticker symbol VWO or ticker symbol VOO, VTI. There's a bunch out there. I can put some down in the comment section below if you'd like. Just make sure to ask, and I'm more than happy to share with you some of my favorite indexes and the ticker symbols for those indexes as well. But knowing this golden nugget is that the S&P 500 has done around 10% a year over the last 90 years. Not only would you have avoided paying that $2 million in interest that we talked about before, but you can now additionally retire with an extra $500,000 in your investment account, which isn't bad at all, knowing that you only put in around $61,000 of your own money over the course of 35 years. And that sounds pretty nice, right? Just literally not having to think about moving your money around or investing in more risky companies. But let's say your average return wasn't 10%. What if it was like 12 or 15%? What would you have then? Well, if you got around 16% annualized return, you would have an additional $2 million. And again, you only put in that 61,000. And if you had around 18, 19, let's say 20% on average, you could have a total of $5.5 million by the time you retire by only putting that 61,000 and just getting that 20% return. And you might be thinking, how can I beat the market? Mutual fund managers don't even beat the market. Well, you're right. And these people are meant to manage your money, but they don't have your best interest in mind. In fact, advisors and managers, their primary interest isn't to necessarily make money. Their primary interest is to rack up fees, and they're betting not on you making money, but on their company making money, so that way they can get paid, and then they're hoping that they make money, so that way they can put food on their table, and then after all that is said and done, then they care a little bit about you. But if you want to learn about how to make these actual returns in the stock market, you have to be educated And the first step to actually getting educated is subscribing to channels like this, which don't sell you a course or a program or try to get you to buy anything besides literally subscribing for free and smashing the like button if you got value from this video. And remember to not let the banks compound your money and instead learn how to compound it for yourself so you can retire wealthy. Oh yeah, and because you stayed till the end of the video, here are the top 10 stocks that have returned over 20% over the last 30 years. You're welcome and have a great day. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.